Welcome to Lesson 23, JavaScript. With JavaScript, it is possible to do client-side programming to take advantage of the processing power of the computer that is running the browser. JavaScript was developed by Netscape back in 1995. Due to its name, many people assume that JavaScript is related to Java. However, it has nothing to do with Java. It is a dynamic, object-oriented language that has many similarities to C#, such as case sensitivity and syntax. To use JavaScript, add a script tag to your HTML markup. JavaScript uses much of the same syntax as C#. It concludes each statement with a semicolon and places blocks of code between curly brackets, just like C#. It also includes if, switch, while, for, break, return, throw, and try, catch, finally statements that are similar to those used by C#. When a browser loads an HTML page, it creates a model of that page known as the Document Object Model. The DOM provides a structured, object-oriented representation of all of the elements and content on the page. You can use the DOM not only to locate items on the page, but also to manipulate items on the page. The DOM is not JavaScript. It is a standard from the World Wide Web Consortium that most browsers have adopted. A JavaScript library is a collection of JavaScript code that provides functions to make your life easier by handling common tasks. One of the most popular JavaScript libraries is jQuery, an open-source JavaScript library that simplifies interactions between the DOM and JavaScript. You do not need to include the jQuery files in your application because Microsoft provides a free service called the Microsoft Ajax Content Delivery Network. By using the Microsoft Ajax CDN, you can significantly improve how your application performs. The contents of the Microsoft Ajax CDN are cached on servers around the world, so that when the browser requests a file, it is automatically served by the server that is closest to the user. You can use jQuery to access any element in the DOM and to manipulate any element in the DOM. In this lesson, you use jQuery to manipulate an HTML document. The lesson requirement for this lesson is the oscars.html file. To get started with this lesson, select New Website, ASP.NET Empty Website, and enter Lesson 23 for the name of the lesson. And click the OK button. Right-click the name of the project, select Add Existing Item, and navigate to the oscars.html file, and then click the Add button. Open the oscars.html file and add a reference to the jQuery file that is served by the Microsoft Ajax Content Delivery Network. Go down to the bottom and add a script tag for your JavaScript. Enter a simple alert that's going to list the number of list items that are on the page. An alert just pops up a message box in JavaScript. Save it and view the page in the browser. There are 25 list items on this page. Close the message box and close the browser. Now I'm going to show you how to use an effect that jQuery provides, the slide up effect, and it's going to apply slide up to all the unordered list items, and it's going to take 5 seconds. So save it, view it in browser, and there you go. Okay, close the browser. Now something you'll find very handy is adding classes using jQuery. So go ahead to the top and add a style element. You're going to style the background color of the class called yellow to be yellow. Now normally you would put this in an external cascading style sheet. We're just doing this as to make the demo a little bit simpler. Now go down to the bottom. And use the selector from jQuery to select all of the even list items, and then add the yellow class to those items. Save the page and view it in the browser. Now every other item is yellow, and it still does that effect, the slide up effect, still in effect. Okay, let's delete that and put some different code. This time select the directors and remove them. And then select all of the list items that contain the word up and add the class yellow to those items. Save it and view it in browser, or hit Control-Shift-W if you like. So the directors have been deleted, and all the names with the word, or list items with the word up, were turned into yellow, were highlighted with the yellow. Now I'm going to show you how to associate an event using jQuery. So hide all, we're going to put a checkbox, and name the checkbox hide. Go back to the bottom, select hide. So we're going to use the pound since there's only one. And onto the click event, we're going to add a function. And that function is select each unordered list and perform the slide up effect over 5 seconds. Save it and run it. Click the hide all, and there you go. And notice the directors has still been deleted.